My name is Michael Camo. I'm director of content for T3 Live. I'm here with Adam Mesh. Adam, what the hell is going on in this market?
I don't know. There's some kind of news with Besson canceled the meeting with Trump.
Yeah.
I can't sell anything. I can't see anything. Sorry. One sec.
No problem. Adam is having an issue with this.
$7. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank God I was long. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we are. There is some very, very wild action following this bond auction and other. There's these headlines with.
No, it's not the bond auction. It's
with Besson.
Besson canceling the meeting.
Now the spies are at highs of the day.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll share my screen in a sec. I just need to sell. I've never seen anything like this. Oh my god. And just to rewind for the past couple of minutes, we came in this hour with the Dow up 200 or 300 points. I can't believe the Russell. I've never. After there appeared to be a bond buying strike in global markets overnight that pushed the 10-year yield up to 6.5%. That auction went well. The bids and the quotes can't keep up. The quote. Oh my God, the Qs are 443 now. I don't even know what this is. Holy cow!
How? The spot Qs are up 6.4% today now.
What?
The Qs are up 6%, over 6% today.
Literally as we were starting this call. Oh, here, they're going to the news now. He is authorizing a 90-day pause and substantially lowering the reciprocal 90-day pause. Oh my God, there's a 90-day pause. There's some funny language here. The upside is that there's a 90-day pause for reciprocal tariff. What I'm not clear on. Oh my God. Wait. Hey, what's up? What do they do? A 90-day pause? No, I'm on a call. I'm on a live call. What is that? He's raising the tariff on China to 125%. That's of course up from 104%. That took effect just at midnight. Oh my God. What's up? So sorry. Thank God I was long. Thank God I was long. Thank God I was long. Oh my God. This is the move. I've been trying for days to catch this move. Oh my God, 90-day pause.
Yep, so it's on Truth Social.
What's it saying? What's it saying?
Now, this better not be some BS hack or something.
Who cares? I already sold.
Adam Mesh does not care. He just sold. So Adam, just explain to us what you just did.
I owned 80 of the 176 calls in the Russell. I stood up to take a piss, down $500 in them, and I came back up 35,000.
All right, so this was, I would guess this is one of the more profitable potty trips of your life?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, my God. I just sold Russell's 1084. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just got to react. Sorry. Not, at my strong suggestion, retaliated in any way, shape, or form. I have authorized a 90-day pause and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective. Oh my God, come on. What a time to go live. What a time to go live.
If anybody has to ask Adam for a favor, now is the time.
$50 is 10 grand. During this period of 10%, also affected immediately. The Dow is up 2,100 points right now. The Nasdaq is up 7.8%. The S&P is up 6.3%. This is like a reality like I've never seen.
Yeah, the VIX just dropped 25% in 15 minutes.
It's literally just lucky that I was long. You know?
Yeah, I did a little bit of buying on Monday morning and today. Nothing major, but glad to see this.
57. I guess there's nothing else to talk about besides this. This is unlike anything you ever see.
I wonder what is.
All right, I'm out of the Russell with a $31,000 profit. I guess I could check. I don't know. Might be too dangerous to check.
I think it still matters, but I don't think to the same degree. Obviously, you've alleviated the pressure point here for now. And I think that discussion in terms of the global world financial order really gets pushed back to the background.
Holy Tesla's up 14%.
This is like as crazy as you see it. I said, oh, it's a busy time today, 1 o'clock. Let's do a quick call. Little did I know.
Yeah, Nvidia's up 13% now. Yeah, wild. Even Microsoft's up 7%. So how does it feel?
Just you don't want to think. You want to just make sure you're not missing anything. Was this just at 453? Drop 7 points now? I mean, that's 1,400. Yeah, you literally just want to. The Qs right now are gapped out on a $2 spread. You don't see that. You literally don't see that.
There was all of this surprise and concern about how those rates were actually calculated. A lot of surprise that they were as high as they were on certain partners like who would seem to play ball, weren't necessarily the worst actors and so forth.
I don't very rarely be seeing the Qs up 7% in a day.
Well, what happened was that my Tasty platform, which is the best, and never has a problem. It had a little bit of no. I don't think any. I don't know. I wonder how T3 could hold up in that your platform.
So I know the prop trading platforms tend to be extremely robust. I know in 2020 they were operating without a hitch because I think they're built for super heavy volume.
So I had my screen was everything was just crazy numbers. I've never had I came back and I thought it was an error because I was down a lot of money today. I was down 17 grand. And all of a sudden I was up 5 and I'm like, what am I marked? And then my screen I was looking and the Russell had gone up a little bit, but I'm like, that's not right. So then I just put in a market order to sell a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, it's $8 higher than it's showing me right now. Oh my God. So so the Russell though right now is the 176s are at 8. Okay, so my sales were good. But what's the highest I got in them? Oh, here, news on the White House. Oh, no comment. Oh, no comment. Why are you risk it?
No color, no insight, no context here to the president's decision, just saying simply the truth speaks for itself. That is the Truth Social post that the president put up on social media. I can tell you that I was standing next to some lower level aides in the West Wing when this hit the wires. None of them were in a position to expect this, and all of them were surprised to see it. The president had given no indication that he was thinking about reversing course on the future of his tariff program. Obviously, he's bifurcating his response here. One response for China, one response for the rest of the world. They had told me here at the White House earlier today that there were more than 70 countries that had sought negotiations with the White House. The president suggesting in his report, in his post just now, that number is 75 nations.
I got Russell sales at
It's a sudden pivot and reversal by this White House, and aides here are
$12 on the Russell, so that meant it went to 180. Yeah, $12.11.
Is that there were reports off of Capitol Hill that Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was set to meet with a number of Republicans on the Hill. That meeting was canceled. Bessent was said to be headed to a meeting at the White House. Presumably, that has something to do with this. We haven't quite connected those dots just yet, though, Kelly, to know exactly who was in the Oval Office with the president at the time that the president made this decision. Check to make sure that the Marine of the Western Door.
Oh my God, dude. Okay. You want me to share my screen?
Sure.
How do I do that?
Hit present and then share screen, and then like you can select a monitor when you go to entire screen, and you can select whatever monitor like your platform is on.
All right, am I sharing my screen?
Bring it up. Yep. Yep, you're on the screen.
All right. So I made 31,000 in a minute in these 176 calls, which is crazy. But I don't even know if that's a good thing, because I had 80 of them, and I think I could have made 88,000. I mean, my initial sales, like when I sat down, I couldn't see what was going on, and obviously, you know, last time if you didn't sell on this rumor, then if you didn't sell, then you gave it all back. But if you see on the right, I literally bought 60 of these here. Sorry, not even, I didn't have 80, I had 60. Okay. No, those are puts. Sorry. Thank God I wasn't short. I bought 80. You see this right here? The 176 calls, 80 for 95 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So they were 95 cents at 117. And I literally was like, all right, I'm going to go use the bathroom to get on this call. And I came back. And in 2 minutes, they had gone from $1 to 387. So I mean, right there, it's $20,000 move.
Now, when did you get in those?
I guess if you make $20,000 in a minute, you're gonna look to sell some. But what'd you say?
So when did you actually buy them? Did you buy them like as the news was hitting today, or did you own them previous?
I bought them at 117 today. 117. I'm like, I wanted to own something. Literally, it's the kind of market where if you go to the bathroom and you come back and something happens, you can miss it. So I literally bought it because I was literally going to pee, and I didn't want to have no calls in case that happened. I do that every time. It's been crazy. And so I bought these, and I came right back, and then I was up 20. But these 2,000 could have been sold for another $20,000. And then these, I thought it was going down because I guess it was. That's 20, so it should have been $40,000 more. So I could have been 40, 80 for the year. That would have been crazy. And then I started selling at 550. That was legit. 8, 1084, 12. And these Qs, I mean, I owned the 435, 20 of them, and those are crazy. So now my secondary play, because I missed anything else, was holy cow. The only thing I did to kind of, I think I'm gonna sell my
composite is up 9.6%. Megan Casella has more. Megan, some comments from Lutnick.
Absolutely, a little bit more color, Kelly, that we're getting from the Commerce Secretary posting on X saying that the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who we know had just canceled that meeting with members of Congress, sat with the president while he wrote one of the most extraordinary truth posts of his presidency, referring, of course.
So I bought these SoFi 1050 calls just in case we have a continuation rally, and This is a stock that should benefit. This is like a tertiary play. This was like my, I'm slow to respond. I want to make money in something play. I mean, I guess it was just a high stakes bluff, huh?
I mean, yeah, like I mean, even if you read like,
so I guess he just pretty much decided China. He doesn't like what China did, so he's going to reward everyone else, so everyone's with him except for China. And now he's going to alienate China against the world.
well, you have to like. I mean, I think if you read the Truth Social message, it's actually like kind of hilarious that he's going with like he lowered the reciprocal tariffs to 10% across the board, like as a reward. So he's basically decided to end the game early and just declare victory with the rest of the world. So
he's
like,
going to negotiate now, and he's going to get tariffs down.
yeah, he's going to. So I think at the start of this, most people were calling.
Oh, she's still speaking. They're still speaking.
Better trade deals for the American worker. We have been overwhelmed with the amount of requests from countries around the world. I'll let the secretary speak to that. We will continue with the tailor-made negotiations that I spoke about yesterday. In the meantime, there will be a 90-day pause on the reciprocal tariffs as these negotiations are ongoing, and the tariff level will be brought down to a universal 10% tariff. The secretary here has been a huge part of the president's trade team, of course, and will continue to lead these negotiations moving forward to look out for the American worker, which is always President Trump's goal. So I'll kick it over to our great Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent.
Thank you. And we saw the successful negotiating strategy that President Trump implemented a week ago today.
Oh my God.
It has brought more than 75 countries.
What a memorable call this is. I hope people.
For him to stay the course until this moment. And what we've ended up with here, as I told everyone a week ago,
I guess when Trump tweeted "Everyone stay calm," it was we should have listened.
Yeah, we'll have to set up an algorithm. The next time he says "calm down," pay attention.
Right.
Even the freaking Dow is up 6%. I think because of Apple.
I'm so upset. My only bad thing was the NVIDIA. I had the 70 of the 110 calls that I did a little trade in. That would have been another 10 grand.
Okay, so do you do anything different for the rest of the day? Because it's funny because we have the FOMC minutes in 20 minutes, the CPI tomorrow, and it's like everybody's forgotten about all the other stuff for the rest of the week.
I think. I don't know. I'm just kind of like in a little bit of shock.
Everybody, I think Adam's spent. I think he's done for the day.
No. I just think. First of all, you also want to pay attention to like what didn't move. Like I did an interview yesterday for Benzinga, and I said, they were asking me about the quantum stocks, which did go up a little bit, but I'm like, you got to be careful because those are a long-term play. When we rally, you got to buy the big names. So. Oh my God! Mark's computer performed an update. Oh no, that's miserable. I'm sorry, Mark.
Mark, do you have one of those Windows computers that will do like 87 software updates at once and lock you out for hours?
Excuse me, if I could just add to what the secretary said. Many of you in the media clearly missed the art of the deal. You clearly failed to see what President Trump is doing here. You tried to say that the rest of the world would be moved closer to China when in fact we've seen the opposite effect. The entire world is calling the United States of America, not China, because they need our markets, they need our consumers, and they need this president in the Oval Office to talk to them. And that's exactly why more than 75 countries have called, because the United States of America is the best place in the world to do business.
Wow, this is like a real victory lap by her.
And choosing to retaliate against China even higher.
Yeah, it's I mean, like, it's always difficult to judge these things on the fly, but this is like classic Trump. He was losing, so he shut down the game, like threw the board off the table and said,
I said the other day, what if he's just using it as a bluff and he's going to lower all the tariffs? I'm like,
yeah, because his opening offer is always, this is literally like, this is
straight from his book.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because I read Art of the Deal. Like, I think when he first came into sort of the political sphere, I read Art of the Deal, and this is straight out of the playbook. It's just, even Bill Ackman said this the other day, that like, it's a good, acting crazy is a really good negotiation tactic. Like, if you have leverage, the crazier you act, the better things go for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so my play for the rest of the day is to not screw it up, be light, and then and go from there. Never seen a move like that in minutes. It's crazy. I guess I don't know. Some of these sales, I couldn't. I threw in a market order, which I guess is a mistake, but that was showing me that bid of like 2 by 375, and I sold the 375. But those $2.50 sales for 20 is that's $2.37, $14,000 mistake.
Because you did a market order instead of a limit order?
Yeah.
I mean, but like,
I couldn't see the prices, and I was putting it in and not getting filled, so I switched to market, hoping I would get the best price, and kind of got taken advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is a hard thing with these like fast moving markets, especially with options.
Right.
Like things. I remember once. So one time I did this trade with VIX calls years ago, and I literally turned $600 into $60,000 because I literally caught one of those times where the VIX went up like to like 60. But I owned VIX calls. What I did not know is how illiquid VIX calls are, so I couldn't get out of them. I kept placing orders, and by the end of it, I think I made I ended up with about a $600 profit. I was up 60 grand at the open and could not get out. Nothing was going through.
Even though you were placing the market orders?
Everything, limit orders, market orders, like the whole system was just like seized up.
Yeah, I mean, systems aren't built to handle that kind of speed, you know? It's just a little too fast.
Okay, so you said you don't want to screw up things going into the close. Now, like, is your goal just to execute properly? Because, like, I mean, I think we've all heard the term "don't trade your P&L."
Dude, I'm trying to catch my breath. I mean, I'm getting a little too old for this. Like, when I was younger, I would have these kind of moves, but this was a $50,000 to $60,000. I'm not talking about my investments, but that was 50,000 minutes. So it's like, that's pretty high stakes for anyone. I think I'm like built for this, but even me, like, kind of took my breath away, the speed of it. And it is crazy. I said to you, like, I love these calls. I love doing these calls with you. And you said 1 o'clock. I'm like, I don't know, and because I knew there was the bond auction, which already went well at 1 o'clock. And then I was like, all right, 1:15, because now that they digested the bond auction, and we couldn't go down today. And I literally did say to myself, like, what if he's bluff? What if this is just a great poker hand? I'm like, I don't want to bet against this now. And my final decision, because I've been on both sides of the market today, and I keep saying I got really lucky that I ended on the right side. My final decision was like, if we rally, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah. No, it's a good thing. If we actually did the live stream at 1, and Adam missed this,
I've never spoken to you again.
Yeah, me and Adam would be like, yeah, that little live stream we did just cost me $40,000 or $50,000. So,
you move the time back. I owe you. When I'm in the city next time, I'm taking you out for a good.
And also remember, it was because of the bond auction, not this. You know?
Right. No, if you knew this was happening, we could have made a fortune, but all right.
All right, Adam, you want to wind down a little early today?
Well, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, guys.
You know, I'll just say this. You know, the market's a beautiful thing. You know, at a certain point, you kind of just have to say, you know, I can't bet against this anymore. I guess we had hit that point. You know, what I had been saying though was to be light, which, and it's all relative to everyone else, but you know, if you were able to pivot quickly, but this was just luck that the announcement happened when it did. I guess the only thing that's not lucky is I literally have been sitting here with coffees, refusing to leave, other than to use the bathroom, because I was like, this could happen. You know, so I made myself here doing this, but market's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think right now, well, let me make everyone feel good for the second. First of all, Newsmax is still down 5 points. Newsmax didn't rally on this. Going back to last week. Let me just ask everybody.
What I'm certain of is that what China is doing will affect their economy much more than it will ours.
It's funny. Craig wrote, "Not what are you on?" No, it was literally it's literally like my P&L changed by $60,000 in minutes. But to make everyone feel good, when your investments just had a really good day. Forget the personal trading, you know.
Yeah, everybody's checking their 401k balances right now.
Today is the day you want to look. Today is the day you want to look. Yeah, I'm sorry I was a little distracted. It was just literally they did a 90-day pause as we started this call. It's kind of like a viral moment, huh?
Yeah, this is one of those. It's like you know what the crazy thing about it is. Looking back, it seems so obvious now that he would pull something like this. But you know, but who could have predicted it and when?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. But I'm glad we
All right, Adam.
I'm in a decent position today. I hope it was a cover call by the end of the day, but it was like 15 cents in the money. Yeah. All right. Next week we'll do a deep dive. This was just too much information for today, but like a little brain overload.
Yeah, I've known Adam for a while. I've never seen Adam speechless before. This is truly a first. Okay, guys, there's a link down below. You can check out Mesh Prime. There's also a free newsletter you can sign up for. Go down below and click those links.
Mesh Prime trades are going to be doing really well right about now. our service is all, you know, we collect premiums. So on days like today, when you get this kind of rally, it's very, very healthy for what we got going on.
All right. Okay. Everybody out there, we hope you did well today. We hope you made a few bucks on that announcement. If you were short, God bless you.
Short.
Good luck. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Adam, we will try again next week. Everybody have a good week. Good day.
Bye.